Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old way, but accept some of the new. We love to cook and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us. Well, it's that time of year, guys, that it's time for picnics, going to the river. The 4th of July is coming up too. And a lot of y'all have already got cabbage out of the garden, just like I have. And there's just some different ways that we can go ahead and preserve this cabbage. And one of them is making freezer slaw. And I've been doing this for years, and I absolutely love freezer slaw. Now, today I am going to actually be putting this in the freezer. In the past, I've canned it, and it turns out wonderful. In fact, I think last summer is when I opened up my last can of freezer slaw that I had canned, and it tasted just wonderful. I think it was only the last jar we ate was probably about 3 years on the shelf. So it really doesn't last that long, but it stays, I know it stays at least a good 3 years on the shelf. But I'm going to be putting this in the freezer. I've got room in my freezer right now. Probably more room in my freezer right now than I do my shelves. So usually it's right the opposite. So let's make us some freezer slaw. It's easy. The process goes really fast. And I bet you pretty much got all the ingredients you need for it. Now, once we get this done, get them in the bags and get them in the freezer. Then I'm going to go ahead and freeze them overnight. And I think tomorrow we'll take a bag out and I'll show y'all how you can use it in different ways. You can either just eat it just as it is, which is so good, or you can even go ahead and put you some mayonnaise in it, just make regular coleslaw. It's really good. Now, when you can it, which I just water bath it when I do can it, it's good and it's still crunchy. I mean, even after that last jar that I ate after 3 years was still crunchy, y'all. Now, that is water bathing it. I don't advise pressure canning it because you'll just end up with cabbage. It'll cook the cabbage. You won't have coleslaw anymore. So it's either freeze it or steam it or water bath it is your best choice. So let's get busy. All we got to do is I've got 2 medium heads of shredded up cabbage that come out of the garden. And boy, I've been needing to do something with it. We've ate on it, made cabbage rolls. We've made fried cabbage, boiled cabbage, everything. So it's time to put some of it up. So to this, 2 medium cabbage heads. To these 2 medium cabbage heads, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons. Now, I just shredded this in my food processor. You can do it by hand, whichever. It's just easier. I've got a medium-sized food processor that I've had for years that I just bought from Walmart. And I think it's a Hamilton Beach, and it does a wonderful job. So that's 2 heads of medium cabbage. And I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt. And you just want to mix that up good. And then we're going to cover this up and we're just going to let it sit for just probably an hour. And what I got over here is I shredded up 4 medium carrots. And then also what you can add to it is purple onions, what I've got here. And I've got some bell peppers that I had in the refrigerator. This is just optional. I usually don't put bell pepper or onion in my coleslaw. So what I've done is I went ahead, while I had the food processor, I went ahead and shredded this up because I'm going to be making chow chow. If y'all would like to see that video, if y'all would like to see that recipe, just let me know in the comments and we'll do some chow chow because I still have a couple heads of cabbage. Let me put my other half a teaspoon, get it stirred up. So that's 2 teaspoons to 2 medium-sized shredded up cabbage heads. So all we're going to do is cover this up, let it sit for about an hour. Meanwhile, we're going to make our brine. Okay, while our cabbage is doing its thing for an hour, we're going to go ahead and make our brine because we need to bring it to a boil, let it boil for a minute, and then let it cool off because you don't want to pour the hot brine over your cabbage. I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on. All you're going to have is 2 cups of water, 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. You can also just use regular white vinegar if you want to. Let's see, we got our vinegar, our water. We need 2 cups of sugar. And then the only other thing we need is 2 teaspoons of mustard seed and 2 teaspoons of celery seed. Now, my mustard seeds that I've got are the brown mustard seeds. They got a little bit more bite to them than the yellow mustard seeds. But if I had the yellow mustard seeds, that's probably what I'd be using. But I'm out, so I'm going to be using the brown ones, which is okay. It'll just have a little bit more bite to it. You know, I've got an old video, one of my first videos I think I done, in making homemade mustard. And that thing, it just went viral. So many people, just like me, before I started even making homemade mustard, just had no idea you could make homemade mustard at home. All you got to do is go on Amazon and buy you some bulk mustard seed. And I bought brown and yellow. Sometimes I'd mix them up. Sometimes I'd just use the yellow because, like I said, your brown's got a little more bite to it. But if you've never seen that video, I'll try to remember to put that link down below in my description box below the video. So I'm just going to stir this. Whoops, I need to put my celery seed and my mustard seed in there. We're just going to stir this and then let it come to a boil. And what you want to do is just let it boil for about 1 minute or until your sugar is good and dissolved. And then you're going to take it off the heat because you want it to cool off completely. So hopefully this will be cooled down by the time my cabbage is done sitting for an hour with salt on it. I was going to show y'all. Some of y'all probably asked me what salt I use. This is real salt. This is my favorite salt. It's ancient fine sea salt. That's what I use, my favorite one. Now, if you want to use Cannon salt, you can do that too. Just don't use, I've not bought iodized salt, and I couldn't tell you when. Probably when my kids were little, because that's all I could get. So we're just going to bring this to a boil, and I'm going to get now the only things that I've got right now to put my slaw up is just regular Ziploc quart bags, I think. I'm not even going to fill the quart up because me and Mr. Brown don't need that much at a time. So you just have to figure out, okay, if it's just 2 of y'all, how much you put in the freezer. If there's 4 of y'all, you'll know by looking at how much cabbage you want to put in each bag. And I'm going to explain to you right now, if you want to can it to put on your shelf, you can do that. Steam it, steam bath it, or water bath it. And if I was going to do it right now, I'd do it in pint jars probably. And just do the same brine and everything else just like I'm doing. And pack them in some hot jars and either steam bath them or water bath them. I usually do it for about 20 minutes. And then they're shelf stable. And because it's got this, the vinegar brine in it, it's just like making pickles. It's going to stay good on your shelf for quite a while. And I do know that last jar that I did eat, and I messed up though because I done it in quart jars, but I would do it in pint jars. If you had more people over, just take out 2 pints, because me and Mr. Brown couldn't eat a whole quart of coleslaw. So, but anyways, doing it in freezer bags, I can kind of tell how much me and him will eat at a time. And once you get them in your freezer bags, I'll show you. You put them in there, then you can kind of flatten them out and just stack them up in your freezer. And you've got freezer slaw. And all you got to do is, when you want some slaw, is go to your freezer, take a bag or 2 out, stick them in your refrigerator, let them thaw out in your refrigerator, and give it a little stir, and just eat it the way it is. Or if there's a little bit of that vinegar brine in your bag after it's thawed out, you can kind of just drain it and then add your mayonnaise and to it, or however you make your favorite coleslaw. It's going to work. And this is a really good thing to do with your extra cabbage. Okay, our vinegar brine has cooled down. So now we just need to put it on our cabbage here that we shredded up. Now, there's not, from it sitting here with that 2 teaspoons of salt on it, I don't see a lot of juice or anything at the bottom of this. So I'm not going to worry about even trying to strain it. But I am going to put my carrots. I've got 4 medium carrots that I shredded up. And like we talked about earlier, if you wanted to put onion, bell pepper in here, you can do that. We don't really care for that stuff to be in our coleslaw, but some people do. Now, when I make my chow chow, I do put onion and bell pepper in it. So you got mixed up just like that. Now, our brine is good and cooled, so we're going to pour it. I'm not going to pour it all in here. I'm going to pour half, and then I'm going to mix it up. A lot of people say that they have a lot of brine left over, and I never have a lot, but there might be a little bit left over, but you can see it's still kind of dry. So it's going to take all my brine. And you just mix that up good, because you want your cabbage really covered with that vinegar. Now, if you've never made freezer slaw before, I know it's kind of hard to understand once it thaws out that it's not going to be mushy, but it's really not. And even when I water bath canned it, it wasn't either. So just make sure you get that brine really mixed up good with all that cabbage. And then all we got to do is put it, now if you want to put it in freezer containers, you can do that. I've even put this up in the freezer in pint jars, and I just left like a whole inch headspace, give it time, you know, a little bit of room to expand if it had to. But freezer bags are just fine. So all you have to do is just figure out what size, the amount that you need. You know, it's just me and Mr. Brown, so I really don't need no more than what I've got here. And you know, if I had company over and I thought, well, I needed more than that, I'd just take 2 bags out. And you want to make sure that you get that brine in each of your bags too. Now, if you're canning this, I would mix after your cabbage has set with the salt for an hour, and you put your carrots in there. Put it in your hot jars. I would leave, I'm thinking I usually leave at least an inch headspace, and then I would not pour my brine on this. I put the brine in the jar. That way I know that it's covered with brine. So it is just a little bit different than if you're freezing it like this. So just put it in your bag. So if me and Mr. Brown are having barbecue or something, like on a bun, this right here is plenty. Just like that. That does have some brine left in it, and that's probably about half a quart. But that's plenty for me and him. So I'm just going to make sure that I get all the air out of it as much as possible. And then I'm just going to flatten it out. And I'll do each of my bags that way. That way it'll just lay in the freezer like that. Not sure how many I'm going to get yet. But I am wanting to make some chow chow, and that's the reason I went ahead and chopped up my onions and my bell peppers. Now all I have to do is chop up my cabbage. So I'll probably do a small video making the chow chow. There is plenty of brine in here. So say, you know, we have barbecue or fish or something someday, and maybe we've got company and one of these little bags is not enough. I'll just take out 2 bags. So this is my last little bag like this, and if you want to, you can write the date on it or whatever, but I'm not going to worry about it because it's not going to last me that long anyways. So I'll go ahead and put the same amount in this bag, and then I'll have to use my bigger bag for the last. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the freezer tonight, and then tomorrow I'll show you taking it out of the freezer, putting it in the refrigerator and letting it thaw out, and then we'll taste it. And then I'll even make some just regular coleslaw with mayonnaise, and I'll show you how to do that by draining the brine off of it and making just regular coleslaw. But this right here, this vinegar coleslaw is very good on so many things. Barbecue sandwich. It's good to eat on as a side with white beans, pinto beans, stuff like that. Now there is some brine left. I'm going to go ahead and pour it in here with the rest of this. If you have like a lot of brine left, just put it in a jar and put it in your refrigerator, that brine, because it'll be good for so many things. You can put raw vegetables in it, like cauliflower and carrots and stuff like that, and just use it for that. Keep it for the next time that you're going to be making some slaw or anything that you're brining. It won't go to waste. Okay, my last bag, I had to put it in a bigger bag, so I'm just using what I got, y'all. I don't, unless I'm absolutely out of something, I just make do with what I got. I don't go to the store and buy extra stuff because that just costs money. And, you know, we're always about saving money. Okay. So that is, I'm going to let some more air out. I still got too much air in it. So that is our freezer slaw. And they're going straight in the freezer now. I'm just going to lay them down just like this in the freezer and let them freeze. And, you know, you can do that ever so often as you're getting your cabbage. But most of us have already harvested our cabbage. Some of y'all up north may not have harvested all of them already. But I promise you this is a good way when you're trying to preserve some cabbage, plus making the chow chow. But you can also slice your cabbages up in like steaks. I know people do that and freeze them and then just roast them in the oven. So there's just, cabbage is very versatile. So, and you can also can cabbage if you want to. It does make it very, not mushy, but it's going to cook your cabbage. So it's not going to come out with any crunch or nothing like that. If you pressure can your cabbage, it's just going to be just like you have cooked cabbage is what it's like. But you can add it to soups and stuff like that. So let's get this in the freezer, and I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll try our freezer slaw. Okay, I'm going to get my slaw out. It's froze solid. I'll put it in the refrigerator and let it thaw out. Okay, so we got our freezer slaw out of the freezer, and I thawed it out in the refrigerator. So now it didn't take it long at all to thaw out. So now I'm just going to show you how different ways you can eat it. Now, so it's unfroze, and Danny, I'm going to have him taste it. Now, freezer slaw is going to be a vinegar base. So, and it's also good. This would be good on a hot dog or just to eat with just anything that you'd eat slaw with. But it's a vinegar base. So I want you to taste it. And then what I'm going to do is show them how you can drain the juice out and then use your the coleslaw mix that you like.
Are you feeding me?
No, here. I've done tasted it. I mean, I know what it tastes like. So I know how good it is. So this is the whole purpose of having a way to preserve your cabbage. And when you're wanting to, say in the wintertime or coming up, that you're wanting to make some coleslaw, and all you have to do is grab it out of the freezer, thaw it out, and then make your favorite.
It's got just a little bit of a, what would you call it?
I don't know. Tang?
Dill?
Oh, no, it's just...
I know it's not dill, but I'm saying
well,
tang.
What's in it is vinegar, sugar, celery seed, and mustard seed.
It's really good. I just hadn't had nothing in my mouth.
It's kind of sharp, wasn't it? But it is really, it does taste really good, just as it is, just like this.
Oh yeah, I could eat it just like that. And
I think it'd be yummy on a hot dog for sure.
Hot dog, I think it'd be good with pork.
But since I know how much you love your coleslaw, we're going to do this. We're going to, I don't know if they can see this or not. We're going to pour it in here and we're going to strain the juice out of it as much as you can. You don't have to get it all out. So even though there's already been sugar put in the brine and on the cabbage, I just made up my regular slaw dressing. I just used a half a cup of mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons of sugar, some pepper, and probably just a tablespoon of milk because I don't like it real thin. You can easily make your just regular. You see how much juice come out of that? And a little bit left in here is not going to hurt it. Just get as much out of that brine that you can.
I wouldn't have thought there's that much in there.
You can go ahead and press that down a little bit more if you want to. That way we don't have soggy slaw.
You can hold it. I'm too stout. I don't know.
You like it a little bit juicy, don't you?
Yes. I mean, I like it.
Okay.
I like that right there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You can eat it this way, or if
Make
you
a quick slaw.
make a regular quick slaw. And I'm going to put this in here. I'm not sure how much really I need to put in that, so I'm going to just put some, let you mix it up. And then we'll taste. Needs a little bit more, don't it?
Oh, change colors.
It looks like KFC coleslaw, don't it? Okay.
I bet it's going to taste better, though.
So I want you to taste it and see what it tastes like, and then I'll taste it too. So I'm going to put it up here. Y'all can see that looks kind of like KFC coleslaw. So it's just your regular coleslaw. So I'll let you taste it, and I'm going to taste it with this fork that I ain't tasted anything off of yet. It's still got a little wang to it, but it's good.
Good stuff.
I think it's good.
I go with so much.
I'm making a big pot of beans today, y'all, so we can eat some of it with our brown beans and cornbread and a little bit of fried chicken too.
I'm not going to double dip.
Okay. So I'm going to put this up in the refrigerator. We'll eat it for supper. I just wanted to show y'all, how you can do, because a lot of people don't understand how you can do freezer slaw and how it works out. It's still crunchy.
Yes.
It's not soggy a bit after it was frozen. And you just have to make sure that you don't put your brine on there while it's hot. You got to let it completely get cooled down cold. So anyways.
That go good on a hamburger. Make it old slaw
Oh,
burger.
yeah. He likes slaw burgers. In fact, he has a video making slaw burgers, and I may put that link down if I remember it. I have a hard time remembering stuff.
I like that as a summertime. But I like cold stuff like this, cool like this in summertime.
Yeah. So freezer slaw is a good thing. It works, and it's handy, and just a good way to serve cabbage. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video.
And barbecue.
Oh, man. Yeah, barbecue, of course. On a pulled pork sandwich.
With fish.
Fish.
Pork.
Let's go on and on and on. So anyways, thank you for visiting with us and making freezer slaw. I hope y'all try it if you've never made it before. Some of y'all do this every year, and you know how good it is. So whether if you freeze it or you can water bath it, can it really does work. So we'll see you guys in a few days. Y'all stay cool.
Oh, it's hot here, isn't it?
It's hot in a lot of places, isn't it, y'all? Mm-hmm. So we'll see you in a few days. A lot of places. And the rain has finally stopped. It's hot. We're all getting that summer. So happy summer, y'all. Was it yesterday or the day before its first day of summer?
2 days ago.
So happy summer, y'all. It's just begun. So we'll see y'all in a few days. God bless everybody. We love y'all. Bye-bye for now. Look at it and smile. Turn your head that way a little bit. Nope.
My head looks crooked. Cheese.